Okay, it looks like we are live, Amber.
We're live.
Hello,
Yay.
hello. It's Fed meeting day.
It's our favorite day of every 6 weeks,
Yay.
right? Not really, but okay.
My name's Laci Cerrone. I am Las Vegas gal. This is Amber Coleman Home
Hi,
Loans.
guys.
One of the top 200 lenders in the nation. And we are coming to you live, large and in charge from Las Vegas to discuss the Fed meeting update that happened and just ended about 25, 30 minutes ago. It is not our favorite day, typically every 6 weeks. We actually sit on pins and needles wondering what the heck's going to happen leading up to this meeting. But today we were not really surprised by anything that happened. Am I right, Amber?
No, he didn't say much different than what was expected.
Right.
He was very careful today.
He's usually very careful, but today felt like he was walking on eggshells. So it's going to be an interesting one. With all the banking stuff happening, a lot of conversation related to the banks and the failure of some banks, the purchasing of other banks, a lot of conversation about that. We wanted to come on and just talk to you about how the heck is this Fed meeting, and I always like to say this one, going to affect Las Vegas housing in general. So just in case you don't know, Amber and I are here to serve your needs when it comes to moving to Las Vegas, or if you're already here looking to buy your first home, second home, ninth home, whatever that is. We are a really amazing team. We have a gorgeous team of agents that work with us. We have a gorgeous team of awesome lenders, and we are lending team, sorry. And we're just really good at our job, and we love helping people kind of find their way from where they are to where they want to be, which is right here in our neon hometown. In the homeowner's seat, the prize seat of being a homeowner, right?
It's a good seat to be in.
It's a good seat.
We want to see everybody be in that seat.
We do.
Whether it is your 8th or 9th house. Let's do it.
Yeah, so we want to come on here and just, we want to be here for you. So these are live updates that we do once a week, and we try to make sure that we're here to answer your questions about anything, Las Vegas lifestyle, who cuts her hair, where you should live, and also obviously stuff related to real estate. So let us know what you want to know. Drop it like it's hot in the comment box below. And also if you want to get in touch with us regarding your own lending needs, your own housing questions, please call the number that's scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
That's what we're here for.
Or click the link in the description. So let's talk about what the hell happened today. I'm going to throw it to you, Amber. Give us a quick update and your hot take on today's Fed meeting.
Here's my hot take.
Your boyfriend, Jerome Powell.
I call him King Jerome.
King Jerome.
What he says, we all follow, right?
I'm just over here going, So what happened today, Amber?
What's the drama? Okay. So they raised rates 0.25%. They've raised rates 5% over the last 14 months.
Right. That's
the biggest rate increase since 2007. So that's the headline of it all, right?
Yeah.
But how does that affect us? So when they raise rates 0.25%, that affects short-term loans like car loans, credit cards, home equity loans, not the long-term like mortgage loans, like 30-year fixed, 15-year fixed, 20-year fixed. Those are based off of what the market does. So what the Fed does affect the market, but it's more what they say than what they do.
Right. So I know a lot of people, sorry to interrupt you, but I know a lot of people assume they're raising the rates again. That immediately makes them think, so now interest rates for buying a home go up another 0.25%, but that's not what happens. That's something we want to make sure you know.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of times after the Fed meetings this year, at least, the rates actually drop a little bit because all of the anticipation's over and the markets calm down.
Right.
So with the markets calming down, and depending on what they say too. So the rates raised 0.25% for your home equity loans, for your credit cards, for your car loans, not for house loans.
Right.
House loans has to do with the perception of what the markets take out of what he said.
It's a bit of a trickle down effect, right? So we don't want you to be alarmed. A lot of people are looking at using this summer to be a time of moving. So first and foremost, we're not talking about the raising of the percentage rates as it relates to mortgage loans, but it may be affected, but keep going. Yeah.
The good thing about what he did say, though, because what rates have really been following the last 14 months since they've started this trend of raise, they're doing it because of inflation.
Right.
So the good thing about what he said is that inflation is modestly getting better.
Right.
So, but it's getting better. So it's moving in the right direction, and moving in the right direction means the more that it moves in the direction of lowering, so the less people spend, the less inflation that we have, then the better the mortgage rates are going to be, the better the housing market's going to be, because then the housing market will turn. So that I felt like that was good news. Every time he said that we've had a modest move in the right direction for inflation, I was like, okay.
Then that means that what they're doing every 6 weeks may slow down and may actually stop.
Right. And the other good news about it too is that every other meeting before this, it would be like, well, we're looking to do this until then. We're looking to do this until then, right? This one was, no, we're not looking to do anything more. We're going to look at reports that come out monthly.
Right.
So they're not committing to any more rate hikes right now.
So that was a really big plus. That was a really big plus.
So this was a positive meeting here, for housing, because if inflation is moving in the right direction because of the things that they've done, so then we're going to be able to see, inflation going down, which will then lower our rates because that's what they're all following.
Right.
That's positive. And if in 6 weeks they're not committing to any rate increase, they don't really have to do it, or the market will be like, okay, what's going on, because they didn't, right? They're already saying that they're not looking at doing any more rate increases unless the reports come out and show them that they have to.
So the reason that's so positive is, we already here in Las Vegas have seen a shift in the market from really, even with higher interest rates right now, from a perspective of lots and lots of buyers are coming off the sidelines and they're getting back in the game to come out and buy. Our inventory has not risen. So we are not sitting here with like too many houses. We're not sitting here with houses, plummeting in value. And in fact, it's very much stabilized, if not lifting a little bit, because of the fact that low inventory, more buyers coming off the fence and coming back into the market, regardless of the inventory. Regardless of the inventory and regardless of the interest rates, is really speeding up our market quite a bit. So, and I believe we called this, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I'm pretty sure we predicted the future.
What else did we call?
We had a crystal ball that was, kind of dirty, but we still were able to see the future. We called this in October. We said it's going to be slow, perfect time to buy, juicy, crunchy, amazing opportunity.
We did call that.
All of the sellers have been giving all these great credits and paying for your rates to come down and paying for all of your closing costs and all these wonderful things. And we're now seeing a shift where it's no longer as much of a buyer's market. We're starting to see it even back out. So that's happening right now. But as we see the changes that were announced today, and we see that they're not committing to continue to do that, doesn't mean they won't do it. They might continue to elevate based on reporting. But the fact that they're not promising to continue to do that gives us hope that we're going to start to see an easing on the interest rates later, which is going to be a good and a bad thing, right? The good thing is, for those of you who are already in the market, already shopping, already kind of in the game making this happen, you're going to be the ones that are going to make out like bandits. The ones who wait until the interest rates drop, guess what? You're doing what everyone else and their mom is doing, waiting, and then the minute they drop, boom, you flood the market and prices go back up. So it's a really interesting dance. I'm so grateful that you and I have been so good at predicting the future in the last few years. Since COVID hit, really, is when we started doing these live streams.
We've become like psychics.
We're oracles. We're oracles.
Since COVID.
She's definitely the oracle. I even bought her a wizard hat. Where is that hat? Put that thing on. So with that being said, the reason we want to come on today is, we're not here to give you another update on the update of the update of the Fed meeting, right? They're all updates. You can go online and read that. We want you to know how it's going to affect our market, so that if you're thinking about buying, this is an opportunity for you to listen to what we say and know we've got a track record of knowing what we're talking about, and listen to what we say and maybe take action based off of that. So that's my thoughts. What about you?
No, I mean, that definitely, like, a lot of things were mentioned too about supply and demand. So just like what you were talking about, supply and demand, it is funny how it all rolls like that, like where like how we talked about like January, February were like the really good times, and we were absolutely right, right? And then it started moving. And can you believe it's May right now?
It's gonna be May. Yeah,
but I'm already seeing. I know, right? It's crazy, right?
You know that the reference I just made?
No, I don't.
That was an NSYNC reference. It's gonna be May. You don't know the. Okay, I'm gonna have to send you the meme.
It totally went over my head.
Fell on deaf ears. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, for those of you that knew, it's gonna be May. And
it was
you know
good.
What I'm talking
just
about.
Tell her it was good, okay?
Everybody gets it, but you. I don't know what's going on here.
I obviously didn't. Yeah, sorry.
I was a Justin Timberlake NSYNC reference. All right, we'll talk about that later. I'm gonna have to bring you up to pop culture. She's been working so hard all these years. That's why she's the top 200 lender in the nation, because she's not worried about memes online. She's working her job.
That is true. That is true. When I see it come up now, I'm going to be like, oh, Laci, I get it now. I'll send it to you.
Oh, my God. Anyway, I totally derailed us.
I forgot what I was saying.
Anyway, so I think for us, at the end of the day, we're seeing that summer is here. It's coming very, very quickly.
Yeah.
The spring buying market is officially a spring buying market this year.
It really is.
Starting to speed up. You were saying, you were talking about buyer demand or really inventory
because
demand.
what I'm seeing is that, I mean, like January, February, even March, when a buyer would go out looking for a house and they put a contract on a house, they would immediately get it, right? If it was reasonable. And sometimes they'd even ask for a lot of closing costs to buy down rates. It wasn't really reasonable.
Was a juicy,
but they would
crunchy
still get
time.
it.
Yes.
Right now, I'm seeing people lose contracts to other people, like even higher price ones. I'm like, wow, okay, so that market's moving too. So So it definitely is changing a little bit.
And it's not flipped completely. So I think the update for you is, how does the Fed meeting affect our market? The Fed meeting directly is not affecting our market. But what is affecting our market is that more and more buyers and sellers are coming off the fence and deciding to take action. And if this is something that you're thinking about doing, you should do the same, right?
Yeah.
Do not sit and wait for the interest rates to try to drop before, or do not wait for the quote crash, which I'm not even allowed to use that word on this live stream anymore.
You've been restricted.
I owe you a $5 bill.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to happen. That's not even something that is on the docket anymore. We don't have enough inventory for there to be a crash. We don't have enough. We have too many buyers that are interested for there to be a crash. So with all that supply and demand stuff happening here, specifically in Las Vegas, we hope to see interest rates ease, but right now they are what they are. And if you're thinking about buying and you want to get in before prices go back up and interest rates do drop, now would be the time for you to do that. We're not here to pressure. We do not pressure you. We're always speaking the truth. We bring hope, though. Our goal is to bring hope. And so the hope from today's Fed meeting was, we hope to see interest rates start to ease, right? And we do believe that it will happen as soon as they stop doing these rate hikes. And
Which looks like today might be the last one for a little bit, as long as the reports show the right thing.
Right. So that's really the update. Is there anything we missed? I'm going to check and see if we have any questions coming through. What about you?
I don't think we missed anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we missed anything.
So we're really, really excited to answer your questions. Again, we do these live streams for you. We've got an upcoming dinner live stream where we're going to do Ask Me Anything. Me and Amber, we're going to be eating dinner at a local restaurant here in Las Vegas to showcase an awesome location that you can check out.
I'm really excited to hear about it.
I'm excited too. So that's coming. But today, of course, we did a Band-Aid. We slipped one in that has to do with the Fed meeting, because that is a really, really important conversation for us to be having. So all that being said, let me pop over here to the comments and see what's what. Sammy Bowen, hey ladies, not able to join today, but I hope you have an awesome live. Love and hugs. Hey Sammy. We love you. We love you. Let's see. Okay, Howard says, what's going to affect your potential buyers? Is that new policy of beating up people with good credit and allowing people with bad credit to get their interest rate? That's been in the news. Yes. Hey Howard. So we actually did a full live stream about that last Wednesday?
Yeah, we did do a live stream. So check out that live stream. And I mean,
because that's not really what that interest rate thing is.
Yeah, that's been swung a lot in the news. So so conventional loans are putting new loan level price adjustments on credits, but to be honest with you, they're actually putting new loan level adjustments starting in August. So like starting in June, you'll see if your debt ratio is a little bit higher too. So it doesn't have to do with bad credit, good credit. It has to do with risk on the bank. And they're looking at risk in different ways depending on down payment and stuff. So when we go to price your loan on the conventional side, there's a lot of different things to look at right now. And we can do that one-on-one if you want to talk about yours individually. Let's go through it and we'll talk about the goods and the bads and where the sweet spot is with the rates. Right.
Yeah. Just want to reiterate. I know you said it. I want to say it in my terminology, because sometimes, we speak different languages.
Oh, was that confusing?
No, you were great. I just want to say it because, I like to hear my own voice apparently. No, I'm kidding. Truly, everyone, please, if you could go back and watch, if you have any questions or you're seeing it out in the news that they've reissued how they're going to do all these interest rates, and now if you have bad credit, you get to get an easy ride, and the people with good credit are going to have to pay your bills. Basically, that's not really what's happening. Not even close, actually. So go and check that out. It's on my channel. It's on Amber's channel. It's last Wednesday. Please let us know what you think of it once you check it out. We kind of try to maybe speak the truth, cut out all the bull headlines. I almost said BS headlines, and really just speak to the truth of what's really going on. They're just completely changing it so everyone gets to pay, not just people with bad credit. So. Okay, here's a really good one. Let's see. Oh, Oscar, it's May. I can't keep track. That's a good point. Excuse me.
Fast.
Jay Mars got the "It's Gonna Be May" reference. So thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. Boo. Nioka Scott.
Hey,
Nicola. Hi, Laci and Amber. Hello. Let's see here. DLVTT says, are there any new home developments in areas around Summerlin with relatively large lots? Hey, good question. Actually, yes. So a lot of people get really stuck on Summerlin and Henderson, right? Those are the two areas of town that get the most news. Summerlin's it should be its own city, honestly. It's a freaking huge area of town. It's on the west side of town. It's right near Red Rock. Gorgeous, beautiful. It was developed by Southern California developers. So it feels like Orange County a little bit. It feels very Southern Nevada or Southern California. One of the most popular areas in Las Vegas. The other popular area is Henderson. But what we try to do when we're talking to you about buying in Las Vegas is we really try to make sure you understand the adjacent areas of town, as well as the other areas that aren't even near those two sections of town that are just as good, if not better, because you can get more bang for your buck, just as many amazing amenities and gorgeous, gorgeous houses. So one of the areas that I like to talk about is Lone Mountain. So if you go to the map and just type in Lone Mountain, Las Vegas,
literally
10-minute drive, sometimes 8 minutes. I was actually just there before I got here today.
Oh, did it take you 8?
It took me 8 minutes to get from Lone Mountain to here. It is bumps up right against the mountain. Gorgeous views of the city are amazing. Here's why. We're a bowl, and Lone Mountain is on the outside edge of the bowl. So we're up looking down sort of on the city. You're about 16 minutes from the strip, maybe 18 minutes, depending on traffic, 15 minutes from downtown, 8 minutes from Summerlin, all the amenities that you could ask for and want, but you're in this gorgeous little pocket. And in that area, they absolutely have some larger lots. Another area is not quite as close to Summerlin. It's probably 18 minutes from Summerlin, 20 minutes. It's over in the Northwest Las Vegas area, North Las Vegas. Really gorgeous area, right over the 215, over by Aliante Station. They've got a lot of really gorgeous, larger lots. So Vegas is kind of this weird we have some hodgepodge neighborhoods that allowed, back in the day, people who were like buying a lot and building their own custom home when that was really popular in the, 70s, 80s, early 90s. That's not as popular of a thing or even an easy of a thing to do these days. But those are some areas that are definitely, the reason they're hodgepodge is because they're mixed in with people who did that, so they have larger lots, and then developers came in around them and developed the smaller lot communities. But there are some developers doing half-acre and 1-acre lots. You just have to call us, our team, right there, click the link, call the number, text us, call us, email us, whatever you want to do, and we can give you the information on which ones they are. It'd be great.
And the vintage houses, sometimes the little older ones, are kind of cool because a lot of them have been remodeled. I mean, I know that some of them could be close to Summerlin.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, the vintage neighborhoods downtown, which are my freaking favorite, are all on about an acre or half an acre. And those are, I think, 15 minutes from Summerlin. So absolutely great question. Thank you, as always, for being on our live streams. We appreciate you. Let's see. This one says from, hey, Angie. Oh, good to see you, Angie. I'm still unable to make my move, but I'm here for the rest of the month, baby. Celebrating my 60th birthday later this month. Would love to see you. Thanks for all you do. Angie, I love you. So happy 60th, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. Do me a favor and send a message to the number that's on the bottom of the screen, and we will figure out a way that we can maybe say high five and give you a big birthday hug while you're here. That would be amazing.
That's awesome.
I love that. DLVTT says, I'll plan to be in Vegas in late June, early October, and again in December, January. Contact you when I know when. You better contact us because you visit all the time.
Yes,
you never call.
Do.
You never
we
call.
Need to hear from you.
I'm watching your channel and you're showing all these, MGM put me up in this room and that room. I didn't get an invitation. Right? So we'd love to help you out with that. If you guys have any other questions, just drop it like it's hot in the comments box below. We're definitely excited about being able to give you the update. I guess the bottom line is, it's not really going to affect, the Fed update today is not going to affect us kind of one way or another. What really is going to affect us is those of you who decide to get off the fence and those of you who don't. I don't know what I'm saying. And then by the end of the year, we hope that the Fed meetings will actually have a positive impact as we start to see them not increasing the rate across the board.
Yeah. And I mean, what I took out of it, like if I'm just thinking about it, is that based on what they said, it looks like we hit our top.
Yeah.
So it's only down from here.
We hope.
Right.
I mean, that's what's being insinuated. Right.
Yeah, that's what we would hope because they're not like insinuating any more Fed hikes in the future and stuff like that. So with that, it would make it look to me like we hit our top, but I'm not in control. So I'm just like saying what
you're not in control.
I'm not. I'm just saying what I think. I think that's what they're trying to tell me.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I got another one says, is Lone Mountain the area near Santa Fe Casino? No, that's actually like the northwest area of town. Lone Mountain is kind of over by.
It's like right off 215.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to. It's like. Look on the map. That's all I say.
Like Santa Fe's more off 95, and then
Santa Fe's over here. Lone Mountain's over there.
Right off. I mean, because there is Santa. It does. I think Lone Mountain does.
Lone Mountain Road crosses over.
Crosses where Santa Fe is, but like the Lone Mountain area that you're talking about is by the actual Lone Mountain.
All right. Let's see. I ended up buying. DZ bought a house in Kentucky, but it needs a lot of work. Got a half acre. Hey, congratulations. You could have bought one here in the Lone Mountain area and we would have been happy to help you, but that's really cool. That's really exciting for you. Congrats very, very much. All right. let's see. Strike Force. Laci, what are your beauty secrets, and do you all expect rates to decrease? Great question.
What are your beauty secrets? I love that question.
I don't have any beauty secrets. I don't have beauty, period. Honestly,
oh my gosh, yes you do.
I mean, thank you so much. I don't know. I'm considering getting Botox. That's what I'm considering. But the consideration of Botox maybe is my secret. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Thank you for the compliment. I don't have any beauty secrets. I just I don't sleep a lot, and I work basically 24 hours a day, so that's my secret.
But you don't even have like bags and stuff, and not even being able to sleep.
Yeah, that my secret is that I'm actually a robot, and I was sent here from the planet Mars, and I'm here to take all of your houses and make them better. I don't know what I'm doing.
Now that I believe.
I appreciate it. Thank you for that. We do expect to see rates decreasing maybe later this year, as long as the Fed doesn't continue to do the rate hikes, right?
Yeah, and then I mean, everything depends on inflation, right? So like there's so many different factors that cause inflation, but it looks like we're, based on everything that the Fed just said today, it looks like we're moving in the right direction.
Right, absolutely.
With inflation, and as long as we're moving that direction, which is inflation going down, then we should see rates getting better.
Yeah, absolutely. And our goal is to just continuously remind you to ensure that you don't wait for rates to drop before you make a move, right? So we're big believers in be prepared, be ready to go, so that you can strike when your iron is high. You don't want to see the rates drop and then go look for houses, or then make the phone call, or then start getting set up on a drip, email campaign for some of the houses you might want. We need to talk to you now, sooner rather than later. And if you're thinking about moving here 10 years from now, we still want to talk to you now. We don't have to run your credit. We don't have to push you or nudge you or try to pressure you. We just believe, I think, firmly in building that relationship and keeping the hope alive, so that you're ready to go and you're ready to pull that trigger when it's time to go, right? That's our take. Okay, let's see. Oh, good question. Nioka, I think I said it right. Nioka says, are there townhouse communities in the Lone Mountain area or single family homes? What's the price range? Thanks, ladies.
Oh, really good question.
Lone Mountains are just such a really cool area. It's a hodgepodge. So you have anywhere from custom to semi-custom homes. You have townhomes. They've got condos over there that are really beautiful. There's even rentals if you want to just rent, which we don't recommend these days. Rent is getting higher. There are single family homes. So it's a really beautiful blend of kind of everything, with gorgeous parks and hiking trails. And again, guys, 8 to 10 minutes from Summerlin. So you're right close to where we're sitting right now, where there's like the best food, the best drinks, and all that fun stuff. So price range it is a range. So I would say the condos are in the mid 200s. And I would say that the houses go all the way up to millions, depending on which layer of that spectrum.
Yeah, because there's some major customs in the area.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit while we can about inventory. So right now, at this very moment, I'm going to pull it up right now, so I'm looking at accurate numbers.
Yeah, that's what I meant to ask you earlier. What is the inventory? Because I mean, honestly, where the housing market's going, it more depends on inventory than it even does rates anymore.
Yeah. So right now we have less than 1 month's worth of inventory. We have less than 5. We have 4,045 single family homes available for sale right in this moment. Now it is midweek, so by Friday we expect to maybe see 100 or 200 more. That would be lovely.
But weren't we at 1.2?
Yeah,
like a couple weeks ago
I think we're probably in the same area, probably about a month or a little bit less than a month. So for us, a healthy, balanced experience for inventory, to make sure that everybody's evenly getting, buyers getting what they want, sellers getting what they want. We would love 6 months worth of inventory. 5 months would be great. We've been less than 3 months, less than 1 month, like really, really much lower than that for a couple of years now. And we've not seen a huge increase in that, because there's so much demand for people to move. People are working remotely.
Vegas is just turning into a different place.
It is not in a bad way, in a good way, but and there's with good comes bad always, right? So definitely a great question, definitely a beautiful question.
But what I think too is the market, like, because it seems like everybody's, the last 14 months since the Feds have been doing raise, right?
Yep.
Everybody's kind of gotten used to, okay, here's where the rates are.
Absolutely.
But I think more what's driving the market now is inventory.
Absolutely.
Like, I think
lack of inventory.
There's more pressure put on inventory. Where people are all looking at rates, and rates are important.
Of course.
But
you got to be able to get a house.
Rates won't control the market.
Correct.
Unless there's no inventory. Unless there's more inventory.
Right.
So if there's more inventory on the market and rates are going up, then you're going to see it control the market, and the prices will start going down. But the lack of inventory, it doesn't matter what the rates are.
Exactly. So I think that's a really good point. Let's see what else we have here. We got McHighlife. Hey McHighlife, good to see you. I got to go to an event. She won one of my giveaways that I do on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing out. That's all I'm saying.
You should. She's amazing.
At Las Vegas Gal, you're welcome. So McHighlife says, hi, does Nevada have a first-time homebuyers program?
Yes, they do. We love that question. Yes, there's a ton of different programs for first-time homebuyers. There's multiple different grant programs that are out there for first-time homebuyers. So if you're needing help with down payment assistance, there's a lot of different ones. They all differ in how much income you can make, credit scores, debt ratio. There's just different ones. So the best thing to do is let's talk. Let's see what your needs are. Let's find out how much you're making, what your credit is, all that fun stuff. And then I can look around and see what grants you fit into.
Love that.
But even if you don't fit into a grant, like conventional has a lower down payment first-time home buyer program. So there's stuff like that you can look into too. So yeah, let's definitely talk about your first house.
Love that. Urban Beck says, how does the average American afford a mortgage that has now doubled, but their income has not? That's a really good question.
It is a really good question.
And I think it's important to bring it up and put it on the screen. So some people might avoid that because it sounds, we're always trying to be just peachy positive, which we are. But the reality of the situation is mortgages, I don't know that they've doubled. They're definitely increased. You're getting less for your money now because of the rates. It's very, very obvious. When they ease, we hope that changes. That's great. But what absolutely is not going to go down is rent, right? So rent is the same conversation, same question. How can people continue to rent, in my opinion, and flush money every single month when it continues to get higher and higher and higher, and not be investing in their own future? So if you're gonna rent, you might as well be looking at buying, right?
I love how you took that question.
Yeah, I mean, I just genuinely think same question goes for
it is true.
How are people paying their rent? If you're managing to pay rent, especially at the rate that it is right now in Vegas, that's not going to go down. It's going to only go up. How can you not be considering buying a home when that is at least an investment towards you, not some random person who can kick you out for any reason at any time, right? So definitely want to make sure that we're touching that question, because it is hard seeing everything inflation. Inflation is inflation, right?
Yeah, and when you buy too, like you have the opportunity for that payment to go down in the future. Should rates go down, then you refinance. When you rent, you're going to be constantly paying more and more and more every year. So there's definitely some benefits.
So stay positive. Let us talk to you about the option of purchasing. Just like Amber said, there's a ton of grant programs, first-time buyer programs out there. Even if the rates aren't great, there's also awesome programs that maybe will buy down your rate if things don't change, right? So you never know what's going to be available to you until you call. And it's our job to really help lay out all the options for you. And really, if you don't make a lot of money, you may qualify for some of these beautiful free money programs. We need to do another free money. We need to talk about free money when we're eating this week, when we do that, or next week.
Okay, so we need to get ready for the free money.
Ready for free money. Okay, I think people need to be reminded of free money, because I don't know, it just makes me sad when people get down on the dumps about it.
Especially when you don't think you can buy, because inflation's taken over, right? So it's harder to save money. So there's no reason to beat yourself up. It's what's going on in the economy. But there is programs, and there's more that are opening up as we're in markets like this.
Absolutely. So call us. Don't get down on it. How about stop renting and start buying? And you may be surprised. Sometimes your mortgage can be lower than what you're paying in rent, which is... Anyway, are builders still constructing new homes, or are they slowing down? Are they still offering great deals? So ready to move back to Las Vegas. Girl, you better give us a call when you come back to Las Vegas. If you don't give me a call, I'm going to be upset. Nioka. I think I got it right again. I got to keep saying, I want to say Nicola. I want to say something like that. Nioka. What a beautiful name. We love you. Please call us, even if you're not thinking about moving.
And builders are still offering incentives. It just depends on which one you're looking at.
So we actually work really closely with every single builder here in Las Vegas. We've got great relationships set up. We have negotiability, and we actually get a phone call when they're about to put a house back on the market that maybe didn't get qualified for, or fell through. So we have some insight that maybe other realtors don't, and we really take very special care to kind of nurture those relationships so that we can stay on the front of that. So builders are actually trying to speed up their building process, and they've gotten better. For a while there during COVID, there was a slowdown because there wasn't, supply chain demands and things like that were just a problem across the board. But they're starting to catch up.
They've caught up a lot of their standing inventory, right?
Yeah. So there's homes that are sitting here waiting to be purchased. They are doing deals. We are able to negotiate on them. Are they doing the deals they were doing 4 months ago? No. But are they still doing deals? Of course. And there's incentives, and they'll pay your closing costs sometimes. And it just really depends. The one thing I'd like to caution you guys on is going to look at new homes without your representation present or without us calling and registering you so that they know we're working with you. If you go without us, we can't help you in the process. So all of what I just said goes out the window because we can't be a part of the conversation if we weren't the first person that walked you through the door, or if we weren't the ones to call them and say, hey, Nioka's coming in today. She's my client. Put her name next to mine so that we're connected in the computer system. Let her go look through the houses, and then we'll talk what's what. So just that's a friendly reminder. The other friendly reminder is be careful with what you're seeing offered by these builders from their lending team. So I say this honestly in homage to you because a lot of times, these guys are going to throw the sink at you. Oh, we'll give you $25,000 for this, and we'll give you this and that. And, oh, you must use our lender, though. A lot of times those lenders, and I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of times they'll hide all the freebies you're getting in your rate, or they'll hide it in your payment. Like you're paying for what you're getting for free. So I'm going to highly, strongly encourage you, if you are even in the process of buying a new home and you didn't use us, please, 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 apples to apples comparison, something that Amber can offer to you with rate and payment and all the fees versus what they're promising you, and look at those very much line by line and see what that really looks like.
And if nothing else, at least you're getting like a comparison, so that you're getting the best deal by that builder. You don't want to just believe them just because they said, because remember, they're there to make money.
Absolutely.
On you. And then the other thing, I've seen so many horror stories with people going into builders without representation. Without an agent, that you bring in with them. And the reason why you're seeing those horror stories is because you got to remember the person that works in the builder's office is they work for the builder. So they're there to represent the seller, which is the builder, and there is no representation for you.
Yeah.
So I've seen people walk in without a realtor and then with a realtor, same community, same house. The one with an agent, mostly like your team, got a way better deal than the other one because they didn't have to. They didn't know the difference. They didn't have a professional that knows what the industry is doing and what you should be asking for, or at least asking for the stars.
Absolutely.
And then meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah. So thank you for saying that. Yeah, it's heartbreaking, honestly. It really is. Yeah.
And then if things go down in the end, it's always nice to be able to have a friend that you can say, on the agent side, right? That you can say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's where we're going to fix it. It's hard to be on your own.
Yeah, it really is. It's a very scary process. We definitely love our builder contacts. We have good relationships for a reason, and we want to make sure that you're covered. There's been a couple of times where I've gotten a phone call from someone who's going in, we're signing our contract tomorrow. We've already picked the house. We've already told them what lot we want. And I'm like, cool, what can I do for you then? And they say, would you just come and sit next to us and read through the contract? I'm legally not even allowed to do that. I was able to let one of my builder contacts was able to allow me to come in and sit next to somebody. I could advise them, but I wasn't getting paid for it. There was no conversation about me being involved at all, but I was able to be there as a friend to help guide them through the contract. So it's just a really, really important part of the process that a lot of people forget.
There's a lot of paperwork.
Oh, man. One thing I also want to talk about, and we have a couple more comments. Keep them coming, guys. Whoa, we just got $50 from somebody. We're going to have to look at that in a second. Oh, my God. They're paying for our dinner next week. Forgot we could even do that. I'm going to start slanging some, hey, what do you guys want to see? I'll show you anything. Give me some money. One thing that I had happen recently that kind of blew my mind was someone said to me, we bought it. We love you. We watched your channel for a year before moving here. We love all your content. Oh my God, Laci, you're so helpful. And I was like, oh, thanks, whatever. And they said, so we bought our house and we want you to help us sell it. And I said, did you buy your house with me? She said, no, my husband wouldn't let me reach out to you to buy because you're an internet celebrity, and he assumed that you were going to be more expensive than another realtor.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking. I was like, well, first of all, I'm not an internet celebrity, but thanks so much for making me feel awesome.
People will go to all kinds of levels, huh?
The other thing is as a buyer's agent, I am free. I am free minus a one-time $695 fee that goes to my broker. It doesn't even go to me. You don't pay for me. If I'm your representation as a buyer, I don't cost you anything. The brokerage fee does for the compliance stuff that they do.
Wait, I
am free.
I can't believe that agent said that though.
The girl said, the seller. She's not an agent. She's the seller. She said, I'm an internet celebrity, and her husband thought I would be more expensive. When you're buying,
oh wow,
reach out to the internet celebrity to buy. We don't cost anything more.
Honestly, you're gonna get way more. You have way more to show, way more experience.
But you're not paying for it.
And you don't have to pay extra for it. And you can tell you're actually putting yourself out there to get the business. So, whenever you're doing more, it usually means that you have more knowledge. Yeah. And then when you have houses that come to you that are being listed too, you can then work out deals on the inside. So
I don't know, man. It blew my mind. Yeah. So if you're thinking about buying, for the record, there is a one-time $695 fee that you would pay to my brokerage. It doesn't even go to me. I don't cost you a dime. I cost not one penny if you're a buyer. The seller is paying my fees. And then the other thing that a lot of people say
and every other agent has that one-time fee too.
Every other agent, they might be 400, whatever, but I'm telling you, you're going to want someone with some clout that walks in the room that they want. They don't want me to go badmouth them.
No, I get a lot of them that are $9.95. Like, every agent has those kind of things.
The other thing that happens too is just a lot of people assume, selling the home, that you want to just find that guy that does the 1% listing and it costs me the least amount of money to sell my home. I'm just here to tell you, you want someone who knows how to market your home properly, who might have a big channel that they could put it on, things like that. I don't cost any more than anybody else. In fact, I'm usually cutting a deal because I'm too nice, So it's just, you only pay the realtor when you're selling your home. And that's something that's super important. Last thing, and then I'm going to jump over to a few more questions is, a lot of people assume that they can go to the builder and without a realtor, they can negotiate for the builder to give them a better deal. It's illegal for them to do that. They won't do it. They can't do it. They can't even talk about doing it. The funds that they pay us from a builder come out of a marketing budget that has no correlation legally to how they price their homes. They will not even discuss it with you. So don't even try it. Okay. Same thing when it goes to buying a house. Don't go on your own because that selling agent is going to scoop you up and he's going to get both sides of that fee and you're not going to have any representation. So I'm just here calling it all out. I'm just letting you know how it really works.
Call it out, girl. Keep going.
You can work with whoever you want, but why wouldn't you want to work with the internet famous one, right? Just kidding. Okay. Good questions. MC High Life says, rent is crazy high in Vegas. $2,000 for a 1-bedroom versus $2,000 mortgage really has me thinking about buying soon. You better call me. Miranda and Chris, you better call me. I'm going to be upset if you don't. Super excited for your comments. Oh my God, DZ, I'm going to kiss you. He says, I have a square near the four queens. I don't know. I love it when you guys all talk in the comments, but it makes it hard for me sometimes. Michael M says, rent's gotten pretty high everywhere. The apartment I rented in Memphis was $1,000 a month in 2015. Now rent is more than $1,500. See, guys,
it's getting high everywhere.
I get it, right? Everything is inflated. We know that's what's going on. But the one thing I can guarantee you is you are not going to be increasing your own rent / mortgage on you, but your landlord is absolutely
over year. You'll know what your payment is. Yeah.
Look at this. DZ says rent is due, but y'all deserve something. DZ.
Oh, thanks, DZ.
Man, I just want to kiss you. Come on down. Come on down. Price is right. Shake it, shake it. He said, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay. I did it. I shook it for that money. Thank you so much, DZ. I forgot that they could give us money. Oh my God. I feel like I should buy him a drink with that. Okay. Let's see. Do you, MC Highlight, do homes with next gen suites have good resale value? Thinking about that type of layout, should my parents live with us as they get older? Abso-freaking-lutely.
There's not that many of them.
There's not very many. A lot of the new builders are adding them. Just so you guys know, a next gen suite is like a casita. Or sometimes it's attached, sometimes it's detached, but it's a part of the house that's set up for the mother-in-law quarters, if you will. Sometimes it has a kitchenette, its own laundry, it's its own space, basically, kind of like a house connected to a house. Sometimes detached. They are absolutely worth more money from a resale perspective. So that's a really, really good investment.
Because when somebody goes to buy one, it seems like it's hard to find.
Right. They are. They're very difficult to find on resale, for sure. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Jim, great information. Thank you for sharing. I'm in Southern California, but we'll move out to either Las Vegas or Tucson, Arizona. We have a 10-year-old child. Pros and cons to each state in your opinion. Jim, first of all, thank you for watching our content. Jim, if you don't reach out to me and Amber when you are thinking about buying in Las Vegas, I'm going to be brokenhearted, let me just say, because I love 10-year-olds like the best age, and I just love meeting people's kids.
Because your kids are older now.
My kids are older.
Now you have to spoil other people's
kids.
Let
me spoil your child. Come to Vegas. So number one, best pro about Las Vegas is that we're here. That's just number one.
That's a good pro. I love it. It's a good pro.
I just had this conversation about Arizona versus Las Vegas, Arizona, really anywhere in Arizona versus Vegas, over the weekend, actually, with a friend. And I mean, I'm probably biased, but I don't know how nobody else would see it this way. Arizona seems so much more boring than Las Vegas. Look at all the awesomeness in Las Vegas, right? Prices are very similar, but you get jam-packed entertainment in the city. Very, very low-key traffic. I mean, it's getting worse as more people move here, but it's not anything like Southern California. Yeah. Gorgeous homes, beautiful weather year-round. I think it's less hot here than Arizona. And it's Las Vegas. It's literally everything you could want to do is in one place. Some of the best food in the world is right here in the city. off and on the strip.
He asked the right questions.
I mean, do you want me to go? How long have you been watching my channel, Jim? Let's talk. Okay. To me, it makes no sense. I love Arizona. My son's going to be going to college in Arizona. Did I tell you that? He finally made the decision. Very proud of my son. He's leaving for college this year. Very, very, very excited for him. But I am not looking forward to visiting him in Arizona because I'm not sure what the hell I'm going to do with myself. Like, what are we going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring his ass out here. You can really only
shop in Arizona. Here you can entertain yourself all kinds of different ways.
You can do all of that.
But I had a client call me recently, that just moved to Vegas, and she's like, I'm not really big on the strip, because some people aren't. Some people aren't big on the strip, and some people think Las Vegas is only the strip. But she's like, you know what the best thing about Vegas is that you can, like, the outdoor, the stuff to do outdoor,
hiking,
like one side of the valley you have a lake where you could do boating. The other side of the valley you have a mountain, right, where you can go up and do like when you're talking about Mount Charleston,
snow, and then skiing, sledding.
Yeah, then she was also talking about Red Rock. She's like, it's got so much beauty everywhere. Just the land has so much beauty and things to do that I don't even have to go on the strip to find so much to do.
Jim, give me a call. We will talk about why Las Vegas over Arizona. And DZ here is backing me up. I traveled to Arizona to look at houses, wasn't impressed by the prices or the people. We're here, Jim.
That's true. People can be more boring out there, huh?
DLVTT says, people think just because you're a content creator, you can't have other work. But the truth is that social media is just a smart tool in the box of doing a good job. And ladies, you're doing a good job.
Oh, we're going to have to pay
DLVTT is going to buy a house with us.
Okay,
so when we finally get to meet, or maybe I'll get to come stay at the MGM with you or something. I don't know. All your awesome stays that I never get to be included on. I'm super excited, though. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, DZ. Thank you, DLVTT. We love you guys. Let's see here. Hey, babes. Oh, Sammy did make it. Hey, girl. Hey. Gave you a shout out earlier. We love you. Love you. Looks like everybody's just having a great conversation. I just want to say once again, thank you so much for being on with us live. We did not pre-plan this. We kind of threw it at you last minute. We've had quite a large turnout today. So super impressed with all of you who stuck with us through all of it. What's the bottom line, Amber, about the freaking Fed meeting, and what are we excited about for the future?
Rates look like they hit the top. And I mean, as long as inflation looks better, we should be going down. Yep. So based off of what they said, that's what I got out of the whole meeting.
So we have more hope today than we had yesterday, right?
We have more hope. Yep.
And we hope we've shared a little bit of this hope with you. Again, if you're thinking about moving to Vegas, or you already live here and you want to look at buying a house, let us help you with the process. We do not care if you never buy. We don't care if you change your mind. We don't care if you're not quite sure. We don't care if it's 10 years from now. We want to know about it. We want to be friends with you now. I need a friend. I'm going to tell you right now, I need a friend. I'm trying to look for some friends, and I'm looking for people who are excited about Las Vegas, because those are the only kind of friends that I have. So reach out. Let's be friends. Let's hang out. Let's talk. Let's just give you the information that you're not going to get just from watching videos. Let's have a conversation. I'm stoked. I want to meet you. Amber, you want to meet them?
I want to meet you too. Let's do it.
We are a judge-free zone. We are a pressure-free zone. Let's go. Let's do it.
We are.
Happy Wednesday. Happy freaking Fed Wednesday to you.
Now that the Fed's over, yes.
Happy.
You're going to have a drink tonight. Go have a drink.
I'm going to have a drink right now. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, guys.
Somebody come meet me for a cocktail, because clearly I